So the new year is just around the corner and I'm so last minute with my 2020 bullet journal setup. This is my new notebook. It's from Archer & Olive and it has these golden details and this beautiful color. So let's start with writing my name and my Instagram in case I lose this baby. For now, I've decided to keep this page really simple, but we'll see if I'll return to it and like spice it up a bit. So for this first page, I printed out different variations of the number 20 because I want to write 2020, like one upside down and one the right way. So that's quite hard doing symmetrical if you don't have some type of stencil. So I think I like this one the most, so I'm just gonna cut it out and use it to sketch out my 2020. Now I'm just gonna fill in the contours with a black fine tip pen and then I'm gonna fill it in completely black, I think. Maybe gold, we'll see. Now I'm just gonna fill that in with my Sakura Koi brush pen in black. Okay, so now I want to make a shape around this just to frame it a little bit. So I'm just going to mark out first where I want it to start and end. In 2019, I didn't play with watercolors in my bullet journal, so I want to try. I'm going to, because I don't have my palette clean, just take these brush pens and draw a little bit on this plastic and then dip my brush into the water and use that as my watercolor. So it's just these three different shades of blue. On this page I'm gonna have a quote, so I want a little bit of watercolor there too, but more like splashes or like a background for the quote basically, and to match this page. I'm actually going to like pimp this page a little bit because I feel like it's something missing. So I'm gonna take a gold gel pen and a black fine tip pen and just make some patterns around this shape. put a book here as a weight to flatten out the page a little bit from the watercolor, but I'm going to do like a grid space guide on that side later. But on this side is also going to be a quote. So I'm going to pull out the watercolor again. So now I'm just going to sketch out a grid spacing guide. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube use that and it seems really helpful, but I'm really insecure about it, so I'm going to sketch it out first. So that took a really long time, but I think it will be worth it in the end, because I think I will use this page quite a lot when I set up my new months. So something I didn't have in my last bullet journal that I want to include in this one is a future log, because I did future logs at the end of every month, but I wanted to be more like viewable to make it possible to see multiple months at a time. So I'm going to do that on this spread. So this is gonna be my YouTube ideas and where in the process I am of making the specific videos. So I'm just gonna divide this spread into 4 columns. also something I didn't have in my last bullet journal that I want to bring in my 2020 journal, and it's a period tracker and also like my mood during the period. I'm on the pill, so sometimes I skip periods, so I don't really have like a really good sense of when I have it and how often and my mood during that time, so I really want to track that this year. So now it's time for the last two spreads, and it's gonna be my 2020 in photos. So I have this little paper that is the same size as the tiny photos that my HP printer prints. So I'm just gonna do half year here and the other half on the other side. Before I do the flip through, I'm going to put some details on this first page because it's looking pretty bland now compared to the other pages. Final flip through of my 2020 bullet journal setup. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!